What if I told you the biggest financial threat to your money isn't a market crash, isn't inflation, and isn't even AI taking your job? It's a giant $41 trillion monster that almost nobody truly understands. And here's the terrifying part. You're already paying for it, whether you realize it or not. Before this video ends, you'll know exactly how the $41 trillion US debt crisis could drain your savings, destroy purchasing power, and reshape the global economy. And more importantly, how to protect yourself before it hits full force. And if you think this crisis can't affect you because you live outside the US, I promise you, it will. What $41 trillion really means? Let me blow your mind for a second. Most people hear the word trillion so often that it becomes meaningless. But nothing could be further from the truth. Let's visualize it. If you stack $100 bills, $1 million fits in a backpack. $1 billion fills a small room. $1 trillion reaches outer space. And $41 trillion? It reaches the moon and comes back multiple times. And here's the part nobody tells you. There isn't even enough physical US cash in existence to cover the debt. If you paid back $1 every second, it would take 1.3 million years to clear the debt. This debt is now larger than the entire US economy, the combined GDP of Japan, Germany, India, and the UK, and even the total amount of US dollars circulating globally. So the real question becomes, how do you pay back something that's literally impossible to pay? We're going deeper. How the US fell into a $41 trillion black hole. The shocking truth? This crisis wasn't an accident. It was engineered over decades. Reason number one, endless government spending. Every year, the government spends more than it earns. Just like someone who makes $4,000 a month, but spends $7,000. Healthcare, defense, social programs, all ballooning. Reason number two, borrowing felt free. Interest rates were low for years. Borrowing felt painless. So they borrowed trillions. Reason number three, interest payments are exploding. Today, the US pays over $1 trillion a year just in interest. That's more than many countries spend on their entire national budget. When your interest bill is bigger than your education budget, you don't have a country. You have a debt factory. Reason number four, crisis after crisis, trillions printed. Bank bailouts, stimulus checks, corporate rescues. Reason number five, no political will to fix it. Nobody wants to cut spending. Nobody wants to raise tax. Result? Debt addiction. And all this led to something far worse than debt itself. The hidden threat, the debt spiral. Because here's what they won't tell you. The US can no longer escape the debt. This is called the debt spiral. Government borrows money, interest rates rise, payments explode. Government borrows more to pay interest. Repeat forever. Even if the US cut all spending to zero, no government, no military, no healthcare, the debt would still take centuries to clear. At this point, the debt isn't growing, it's devouring everything in its path. And when governments get trapped, they all resort to one brutal solution. They print money. Not publicly, not loudly, but slowly, quietly, relentlessly. That's how they reduce debt value, by reducing your money's value. How the debt crisis affects you directly. If you think that debt doesn't affect you personally, look at your grocery bill. Here's how you get hit. 1. Inflation won't go away. Printing money destroys purchasing power. This is why things are getting more expensive even when your salary is not. 2. Higher taxes, usually hidden ones. Governments don't raise taxes openly. They do it quietly, removing deductions, adding fees, increasing temporary taxes, adjusting tax brackets. 3. Interest rates stay high. Why? Because the government needs people to buy its debt. So you get expensive mortgages, expensive loans, expensive credit card debt. 4. Job instability. Debt crises always lead to layoffs. Companies cut costs. Automation accelerates. 5. Market volatility. Up one day, down the next. Volatility becomes the new normal. 6. Global shockwaves. When the world reserve currency suffers, everyone suffers. If the US catches a cold, is your money safe? Let's stop sugarcoating it. Some of your money is not safe. Period. Not safe. Cash in savings checking, bonds, pensions, insurance, base savings plans, traditional retirement accounts. These lose value the fastest during inflation and debt spirals. Safer options: gold, silver, real estate, defensive stocks, utilities, healthcare. 6. Cash flow businesses, commodity-linked assets. High upside, but volatile. Bitcoin, AI companies, energy and mining, cybersecurity, data infrastructure. Safest of all, your ability to earn, your skills, your adaptability. The government can devalue your savings, but it cannot devalue your skill set. How to protect your money. Real strategies. Here's how the wealthy protect themselves, and how you can too. Strategy number 1, hard assets. Gold and commodities always rise when currencies fall. Strategy number 2, cash flow producing assets. Cash flow equals cash. Businesses, rentals, digital products, anything that generates income. Strategy number 3, productive companies. Not hype-driven stocks. Real cash flow, real profits, real customers. Strategy number 4, Bitcoin. Cap supply, global adoption. Institutional buying, your hedge against unlimited printing. Strategy number 5, multiple income streams. 1 income stream is dangerous. 2 is protection. 3 is power. 4 is freedom. Strategy number 6, learn high-value skills. Skills that survive recessions include sales, marketing, design, coding, trading, leadership, AI skills, financial literacy, communication. Strategy number 7, keep emergency cash, but not too much. 3 to 6 months only. Anything more loses value. Strategy number 8, stay educated. Economics, finance, markets, debt cycles. If you understand what's happening, you won't panic. You'll prepare. Information doesn't just protect you, it profits you. The bottom line, the $41 trillion debt crisis is not a theory. It is not a future scenario. It is a present reality. But you don't need to fear it. You just need to understand it. Because financial storms don't destroy everyone. They destroy those who failed to prepare. The people who survive and thrive are the ones who educate themselves, diversify, build skills, take control, stay alert. If you want part 2, where I show you exactly where smart money is moving next, comment, protect my wealth, and smash that like button. Subscribe for weekly breakdowns. Stay smart, stay prepared, and protect your money.